They say forests are alive, not just with animals, not just with trees, but with something older, something watching, something waiting. This is the story of a forest that doesn't let you leave. Deep in the mountains of Japan lies a place known as Aokigahara Forest. At first glance, it looks peaceful. Tall trees stretch endlessly toward the sky. Sunlight filters through thick leaves. The air is still, almost too still. But those who enter say something feels wrong. The forest is unnaturally quiet. No birds, no insects, no wind. Just silence. Heavy silence. Locals have called it the Sea of Trees, but others know it by another name, the forest that doesn't let you leave. It's easy to lose your sense of direction here. The ground is uneven, formed by ancient lava flows from Mount Fuji. Compasses often malfunction. GPS signals drop. Trails twist in unnatural patterns. And once you step off the path, everything looks the same. Tree after tree, shadow after shadow. Some hikers tie ribbons or ropes to trees, marking their path back. But many of those ribbons lead nowhere or end abruptly, as if whoever tied them never returned. Over the years, dozens of people have disappeared inside these woods. Some were found, many were not. Search teams describe an unsettling atmosphere. They say the deeper you go, the heavier the air feels, as if the forest itself is pushing back. There are stories of people walking for hours, only to end up back where they started. Stories of hearing footsteps behind them when no one is there. Stories of whispers carried on the wind, calling their names. One man, a solo traveler, entered the forest just before sunset. He was experienced, confident. He told his friends he would explore for only an hour, but he never came back. Days later, search teams found his backpack near a tree. Inside it was his camera. The final recording showed him walking calmly, then suddenly stopping. His breathing grew heavy. He whispered, "I've been walking in a straight line. Why am I back here?" The camera turned slowly. The same broken tree he passed an hour ago stood behind him again. Then the video cut to static. He was never found. Some believe the forest is cursed. Japanese folklore speaks of spirits called yurei, restless souls, trapped between worlds. According to legend, these spirits can confuse travelers, leading them deeper into the woods. Others say it's psychological, that the density of the trees blocks sound and light, disorienting the human brain. The magnetic minerals in the soil can interfere with compasses, and panic does the rest. But even skeptics admit there is something different about this place. In 1970, authorities began regular patrols. Warning signs were placed at the entrance, messages urging visitors to reconsider their decisions, to think about their families, to seek help. But the forest remains silent, still, watching. Those who survive their visit often describe the same feeling, a sense of being observed, a pressure in the chest, an overwhelming urge to turn back, and the strange sensation that if they had taken just one more step deeper, they might never have found their way out. Today, tourists still visit Aokigahara Forest, some out of curiosity, some chasing mystery, some searching for answers. But the forest keeps its secrets. It does not reveal what happens in its deepest shadows. It does not explain why some paths seem to move, or why silence there feels louder than any scream. Maybe the forest isn't evil. Maybe it isn't cursed. Maybe it's simply nature, untamed, unforgiving, unpredictable. But one thing is certain. When you step beneath its trees, you are no longer in control. The deeper you go, the harder it becomes to leave. And sometimes, the forest decides you shouldn't. If you ever find yourself standing at the edge of a silent forest, and the air feels heavier than it should, listen carefully. If the trees are too quiet, if your compass begins to spin, if the path behind you suddenly feels unfamiliar, turn back. Because some forests are meant to be admired from a distance. And some places don't let you leave. If you enjoyed this mysterious story, like the video and subscribe for more unexplained documentaries.